Okay, so we've got the drop lead and we've got the main lead. What we're going to need is some effects and stuff. So let's get some of them added in now. So we've got them added in. So a lot of people use the little drop down menu here where you can, what's it called? Is it browser, is it? Yeah, the browser. I don't like it at all. I've never used it because I like this to be full screen, and when that's involved, it messes it up. So I never really use that. Another way to get to the audio is just insert audio clip, and then just choose where you want the audio from. So what have we got here? Let's have a look. Clap. Let's bring in white noise. Let's bring in the clap. So again, let's change that to resample. And drop the clap in. So let's go down a little bit. So what I think the best to do is do a bit of the arrangement here now. Okay, so start with that. Again, to select them, I'm holding control and just dragging it over, selecting them, easy to move about. Remember, when you to cut off bits of this, say for example, let's take this, we want, so I'm going to get right click, you want to just play a bit of it, oops, control, undo, like that. Control, while controlling, and you can just drag that back and forward however you want. If you change it to stretch, what happens is when you drag it, it stretches it. And obviously it changes the pitch. Right click, you set the pitch, but we don't want that. So we'll click stretch for now. And then switch back to resample and drag it back down to 0. And obviously we want, because there is a bit of a tail at the end of it. Right. Okay, so let's add some more effects in. Same again, audio clip. Let's go with crash. So for crash there. Right, I'm going to bring that down. It's going to come down. Try that. It's okay for now. I'm not worried about the levels too much now. Reverse crash. Seems to be one that I've made myself here, I think. What it is, it's just a reverse crash and with an echo on it. Bit loud again. So what we can even do is if we, yeah, so control all, I'll highlight them all and it'll let you move them all around. So so when you put an audio down here, say you can put it down on anyone you want, sort of like Cubase or anything like that. But then say for example you want to add a crash here. All you do is just left click the crash, and it'll then become the piece of audio that you're controlling. Yep, same with this. If you want to put one of these down, just click it, and then that then becomes the audio that you're controlling, or the MIDI part that you're controlling. Right, let's add some more stuff in. Crash, FX drop. Let's add that in, bring that down. Right, so it's going to be 8 bars, so let's drop that in there. Right, so this FX drop now, let's bring this right down. Let's just select the drop. You can tell by the waveform there that it's quite consistent and it just dips off at the end. Really don't need that. What we need is it going down. Double click it, it brings up this. Let's just go back to that for now. So you've got the volume controls here, so what we want to do is the out part of it we want to just bring up a bit, so it'll quiet it as it goes down. See, that's gone down there, so that'll now be quiet at the end rather than it being full all the time. And then we bring in the next audio riser. Again, that's the same. What we don't want that that loud all the way through. So what we do is we stop, let's start this time, bring it in, like that. So then gently building up. What we'll do is, we'll leave it for now. What else have we got here? Snare. Okay, so that's going to be for obviously the build up. So just drop that in there for now. Just bring it down a bit again. Add a sub hit. Put that in there. Bring that volume down a bit. Right, so what we can do is drop this in here, and again, because we've not got that selected, we can just sort of move that out to there, so it's not. Then we're on to the build-up part. So a couple of things you can do really. You can do this in audio, or you can do it in MIDI. What we'll do it in, I mean, in case of MIDI, it's just a case of putting them down and then, you know, halving them. So let's put them down like that, and to halve them, just go back. Again, make sure you don't have this selected. If you have stretch selected, it'll time stretch them. And then just hold shift to move them along, shift. You can do it that way. So what we'll do is we will do it the other way. Do it in the MIDI way. So again, F4, and we'll go with snare, fill. Let's do that. No, not red, because that's right. So then insert sampler, put the snare in, and then go to this one here, instrument properties. So this is the envelope of it. It's not selected now, so it's not going to matter. As soon as you select it, or as soon as you move something, it'll change the envelope. So what I tend to do is make it like that. So what that means is, in here, for some reason it's repeating. Is it repeating? Yeah, get rid of those nonsense parts there. So what it'll mean is it'll mean only, so if it's a long sample, so that's what it means. So when you play this now, with the envelope being like that, it'll only play the MIDI part, and then when it gets to the end of the MIDI part, it'll stop. So it's going to play the full sample because it's a short sample. But if I was to drag this using Alt, drag it down really, really small like that, and then hit play it, it'll only play what MIDI part selected. Whereas if you don't have that on, no matter how long or how big the MIDI part is, it'll still just play. It'll play the full thing. But with that selected, it'll only play the MIDI part or the length of the MIDI note. So do snare build up, basic build up. Again, always make sure this is up full, volume's up full, and adjust the volume on here or in here rather than actually in there, because what happens is some of the likes of Nexus and stuff, that doesn't control the volume, that controls a part of the cut off. So if you have that like down like that, it's cutting off rather than just in the volume. So I'll show you in a minute. So if we build up this basic, so all I'm doing is just holding control, select, and I'm holding shift to move them across. Just do a basic build up. Just leave it like that. And then what we'll do is hold control and alt to select, and using the right click button, we'll just drag them down a little bit like that, so it's building up. So there we have the snare roll. So what we'll do here is with the, again on control to zoom in, we'll run that back. We won't have the tail of it, we'll just have it coming up. So you can hear this is dropping off slightly early. So we really don't want that, so we'll cut it where it's dropping off. And then using a stretch tool, it'll now stretch. So that's a bit better. There we go, let's have a wee sub hit in there. And then obviously we want to go into the drop from there. so what we'll do with this is this is the original part of it there. So I'll just get on this. So what we'll do with that is we'll actually, this changes the pitch, so we'll just bring it down by 12 semitones there. So you have the sort of lower sound, which seems to be everything at the moment. We have a snare, sub-hit. Right, well, we've got white noise, so obviously white noise. This white noise, I pre-made this white noise. So it's 128 beats per minute. And it goes up and down. All you need to do is really cut it. So we can add it in here, like this. Bring the volume down. And then hit cut. Let's cut it there. And now it goes up and down. So you can also drag it across to here as well. Just bring it up a little bit there, I think. Sort that out in a minute. So I think that's everything added in. What we'll do is get the rest of the parts added in here, so we don't have to keep going back and forth. We've got a ride. Okay, so the ride, we'll add that in there. White noise, I've got in. Hit sound, synth sound. Got all that. That's the last one there. What's this for? I'll put that there for now. Okay, so what we'll do, this is, so we've got sort of a rough arrangement going here. We'll add more of these in here like this. And then what we'll do is we'll drop the, what's that, 4 bars. We'll drop the whole of that last part out there. All the kick. Oh, we do 8 bars. Well, we'll go with 8 bars instead actually. It's probably 4's maybe too short. Now I've obviously missed the kick out too. So I'll do it, drag them back and forth, is just holding shifting, clicking on it, and it moves them around and just moving them like that. Guess that looks alright, so we'll just do that. So we'll leave it like that for now, and we'll add maybe a crashing. No, we'll do that. Right, what we'll do is the next part we'll look at these parts here, and look at getting the arrangement sort of finished